Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Rochester High School and today's coverage of the Rochester Classic here for the girls basketball. Steve Stricker with Macy Stricker this morning. She's going to be helping us out on camera this morning, and we're going to be going to David Musselman and Kyle McLaughlin here in a few moments as they get the pregame going. But just want to get everybody here on board. The first game up for us this morning is going to be Rochester Lady Zebras taking on the Clinton Central Lady Bulldogs. Immediately following that one, we're going to have Jimtown taking on Western. And then in the night game, starting at 3 p.m., it's going to be Clinton Central taking on Jimtown. And then at 4:30, it's going to be Western taking on Rochester. So we got 4 games here this morning, or actually today, 2 this morning and 2 this afternoon. Macy, how you doing?
Good.
A woman of many words for you there. She's joining us here. She helped out doing some filming for us while she's on break from Trine University. So should have some pregame here with Muss in a moment. We're going to give you some commercials. Thanks some of our wonderful sponsors here on RTC TV4. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. We'll be back here with the pregame with Muss and Kyle McLaughlin here in just a moment.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is old you. And this is now you.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is the 32nd time Christmas has been hosted in this house. 32 times decorating the tree. Holiday dinners. Memories. All protected by their independent agent. And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value.
For the Rochester Glass Holiday Classic here on WROI. Kyle McLaughlin will join us here shortly. It's the Rochester Zebras and the Clinton Central Bulldogs. Up first, the Rochester Iron and Metal pregame show is next on 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4. Just this one, Paul, please.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo.
Because like Brian Jennings said in the pregame interview, we'll get to here shortly, they like to throw on the diamond press.
Yeah, and obviously that's been the plague killing the Lady Zebras here the last few games. I know they were able to get a couple wins, but outside of that, I think they lost 5 of their last 7 or something like that. But yeah, turnovers. I mean, I don't care what sport it is, football, basketball, you got to protect the ball. And if you are not protecting the ball and getting shots up, you can't score. And then obviously the downfall is when you're getting into the 30 and 40 turnovers, you're just completely doing yourself in.
So the IHSAA says when you have 2 games in the same day, you can only play 8 quarters, which means he does not have the luxury of going down the bench and grabbing some of those JV kids that give him a quarter or 2 to spell some of the starters. It's going to be 8 JVers today, 8 varsity kids today, and period. That is it.
Yeah, I mean, it changes your rotations altogether because I know he likes to work in different younger underclassmen, but I mean, this is just, it's all different anyways. Here it is, 10 a.m.? We have a game at 10 a.m. anyways. But yeah, it makes it tough. It makes foul trouble very important because you don't have the luxury of having 10, 12 girls. You've got 8 girls, so your starters cannot get 2 quick fouls, bring the subs in, and you just can't afford it.
We had a chance to talk to Brian Jennings. We'll do that next. You're listening to the Rochester Iron and Metal pregame show on 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years.
Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
Be playing, have a winning record. It'll be a good test for you to get ready for, well, basically a pretty meaty January schedule.
It's going to be a good battle today. Every team's pretty evenly matched today. I think, especially in the first game, we got a little bit of a height advantage, but they definitely have the speed advantage in that game. And then the second game, they got some bigger girls too. So it'll be good matchups all the way across the board today.
Brian, what are we hoping to get out of this today? Are we going to work on things to get us better as we progress towards the sectional? What is your plan today?
Yeah, we're going to try, believe it or not, again, it's a couple of different defenses today. We are still trying to hang our hat on something that we feel that we can do effectively on the defensive end. We've tried some presses. We've been struggling with those a little bit lately. We've tried some zone defenses in the past that we've had some success with, but normally when you're playing a zone defense, you're at the mercy of the other team. You don't really create a whole lot of turnovers when you're in a zone, so you're just relying on rebounding. And we've talked before about our blockouts. So we're trying to find some pressing defenses or some half-court traps where we can force some turnovers and kind of even out the turnover battle.
I thought we traveled well to Triton. We played fairly decently at Triton, got a big win, a much-needed win. The one thing that I was concerned about, and we mentioned it after the game, were the unforced turnovers.
Yeah, not with any defense around us. We travel, we throw the ball out of bounds when we're just, rotating it from reversing the ball and just really unforced turnovers, which is very uncharacteristic of us. We have trouble with pressure. Sometimes we penetrate a little bit too far, and that gets us into issues. But the problems that we had at Triton were, again, just us. You really can't explain that. It was just one of those nights. The biggest thing that concerned me about Triton is they got off twice as many shots as we did in that game. We just
point
blank shots inside the 3-point line. We really, I think our stats had us for 12 shots inside the 3-point line.
Wow.
And how do you win a game like that? We won the battle of the boards. We lost the turnover battle. So, if it wasn't for hot-handed Macy Brown shooting threes, that game's a struggle for us. So, that's another thing that we're going to be looking for this weekend is who is there to help pick up the scoring aspect of it for this weekend.
Brian, the JV plays after you do today, obviously in a shootout like this. Will that affect your decision-making on who to put on the floor, at least in the first game?
We split the teams today. We're going with 8 varsity players, 8 JV players, and we're just sticking with that.
Okay.
We think the IHSAA rule is they only get to play in 8 quarters for the whole day. So because we don't have a split session or anything like that today, it's all under one ticket. So we're just going with the 8 quarters. So we'll put 8 varsity and 8 JV and just let them go with that and concentrate on what they're doing that way today.
Our bench in very deep. And like you just told me a little bit ago, Clinton Central likes to get up and down the floor.
Yeah, they're pretty fast. They do a diamond and one press that has given us a problem in the past. And then they drop back to 2-3 zone, which is going to give us more issues about getting the ball inside. So we're going to have to move the ball, work the ball inside, and they are extremely fast. Their 2 guards out front are extremely aggressive. But what really impressed me on film is their 3 bottom people and how fast they react to the ball. One thing that we're going to be looking to maybe take advantage of is when the ball does get reversed against them, a lot of times they'll have 2 people close out just because they're closing out so fast. So if we can get that reversal and then that 1 extra pass to the corner today, that's what we're going to be looking for.
The roster tells me they're not real long. We should have an advantage in the paint.
Yeah, we should be able to get the ball inside, but, I hate to say it, we're going to have to throw a lob pass, and we're not that great at that.
Yeah.
And they're so fast. By the time we throw a lob, in there, they're going to have 2 people around the ball. So we're going to be shooting in a crowd when we do get it in there. So we're going to have to catch, hopefully work.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Twice, they're going to be around us.
Okay. Tell me again, what do you got to do to win?
It always...
We're ready.
We'll be around today.
Yeah. Welcome back to Rochester High School for the Rochester Iron and Metal pregame show on WROI. Time now for the starting lineups. First for the Clinton Central Lady Bulldogs with a record of 6-8. At one guard will be a 5'6" senior, Kayla Whitcomb. At another guard, a 5'3" junior, Jessica Akerd. At a third guard, a 5'5" junior, Cassidy Jenkins. At one forward, a 5'7" junior, Katie McQuinn. And at the other forward, cousin, 5'9" junior, Hannah McQuinn. Clinton Central coached by Mr. Matt Crawford. For the Rochester Lady Zebras, they have a record of 6-9. At one guard will be a freshman, number 1, Cammie Burkett. The other guard, a junior, number 12, Macy Brown. At one forward, a sophomore, number 32, Caitlin Rogers. At another forward, a senior, number 34, Karina Peterson. And at the third forward, a junior, number 40, Kinsey McKee, Rochester coach by Mr. Brian Jennings. That's going to wrap up the Rochester Iron and Metal pregame show here on WROI and on RTC TV4. We're going to have the tip here momentarily. We're going to let Max slide back in. So it's Rochester and Clinton playing the first game here at Rochester High School in the Rochester Glass Classic. The second game this morning will be Western and Jimtown. At 3:30 will be Jimtown and Clinton Central, and at 4:30, I'm sorry, at 3 it'll be Jimtown and Clinton Central, then at 4:30 it'll be Rochester and Western. JV games will play opposite.
In the Aux gym, correct?
In the Aux, yes.
Okay, yep. Big day of basketball.
Yeah, right on.
Nothing else to do. Come on out and watch some girls basketball.
What do you want?
My mouth. There we go. That's better. It's hard to mute me.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying.
Lady Zebras need to get off to a good start here. Break the press a couple times.
So it'll be Rogers and McQuinn to jump, and Rochester wins the tip. Burkett, top of the key. High on the right side to Brown. Brown against the zone defense, dribbles around the top to Rogers between the rings. Back to Brown on the right side behind the arc. Now to Burkett between the circles. Burkett holds at the volleyball line against the Clinton Prairie 2-3 zone. I'm sorry, Clinton Central 2-3 zone. One dribble to Peterson. Peterson drives it to her left. Now to Rogers. 3, left wing for the Lady Zebras is good.
That's a good start.
That's a good start.
Move the ball 4 or 5 times, get a good look at the basket.
And then Clinton Central turns it over. McKee grabs the pass, gives to Burkett. Cammie brings it up the floor for the Lady Zebras. 7:20 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 3-0. Brown from the right wing. It's good again. Maybe 10 a.m. is.
Hey, 10 a.m. is the start time for the rest of the games. Woo!
Hannah McKee with the basketball. I'm sorry, Hannah McQuinn. Has it between the rings against Rochester's zone defense to Whitcomb. Back to McQuinn. Hannah, 3 straight away for the Lady Bulldogs. No good. And the defensive rebound to Rochester. Burkett grabs the ball, rips and runs for the Lady Zebras through the center circle. Now drifts to her right. Gives to Brown on the right side. Macy holds against the double team. Bounce pass to Peterson. Brings it near side to Rogers. Now in the corner to Burkett. Cammie with the basketball against the zone defense. Dribbles right in front of the bench of the Bulldogs. Now to Rogers. Swings right side to Peterson. Karina behind the arc, now near the timeline. Back to her right, now picks up her dribble. Bounce pass to Burkett in the center circle. Works to the middle of the floor, inside the three-point line, high on the right side of Brown. Macy, wrap around pass to Rogers, now near side to Peterson. Karina will fire a three, left wing, off the back of the rim, no good. Ball being tipped around. Rochester comes out of there with it. In the paint, ball loose. McKee down low, gets the pass from Peterson, puts a shot up, no good. The rebound put back is no good. Peterson with the rebound, and she's going to be traveled before the shot.
Rochester, however, very impressed with their patience. They're not just forcing a shot. They're taking very good shots.
Right.
And moving the ball very well.
Lady Bulldogs with the basketball. Rochester up 6-0. Akert across the timeline, now to McQuinn. Near side to Katie McQuinn. She loses the handle. Rochester and McKee runs down the loose ball, now gives to Burkett. 2 minutes into the first quarter, Rochester up 6-0. Burkett through the center circle, drives it right. Now at the free throw line, now to the paint, kicks it out to Brown. Three, right wing for the Lady Zebras is off the mark, no good. McKee has a block from behind by Akert. Akert down the right side of the floor. Cross lane pass is taken away by Rogers. Now Burkett has it. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman.
Should be the people right beside you.
In the corner to Peterson, and she is fouled by Katie McQuinn. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester.
That will be Katie McQuinn's first personal, team's first.
Out of bounds to Rochester, baseline left. Brown will look to get it in. Macy studies. Lobs it into McKee at the free throw line. Kinsey outside to Peterson, now to Brown. Macy just inside the arc, has her shot partially blocked. Burkett grabs a loose ball rebound. Burkett on the baseline, out to Brown in the left corner. Now to Peterson, top of the key. 5:51 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 6-0. Bounce pass to Burkett on the right wing, about 10 feet behind the arc. Splits the defense, out to Brown between the rings of the volleyball line. Macy brings it out and resets for Rochester. Now to Peterson. Karina in the paint to Burkett. She travels. Clinton Central getting it back.
Cami Burkett's going to have to be careful, though. When she is taking her first dribble, her off arm is hooking the defender.
Yeah.
She's going to get called for an offensive foul.
Rochester in a half-court trap. 6-0 Rochester, 5.5 to play in the first quarter. Jenkins, 15-footer, no good. Good rebound by Brown, rebound to McKee.
Excellent block out by Macy there.
And then we're going to have a reach-in foul coming against, we're going to have an illegal screen whistled against Rochester.
I think she stuck her arm out, what it looked like, but that is Caitlin Rogers' first personal, Rochester's first team foul.
5:15 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 6-0. Bulldogs with the basketball. Jenkins in the left corner, just inside the three-point line, over the top to Whitcomb. Whitcomb against a double team, and she's going to be fouled by Burkett. It'll be out of bounds to Clinton Central on the far side. 5:06 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 6-0. And the Lady Bulldogs with the basketball on the far side.
Burkett's first foul, Rochester's second team foul.
We need to keep her out of foul trouble.
Those silly fouls is what you can't afford with a short bench today.
Hannah McQuinn, left wing three is short. Rebound offensively to Katie McQuinn, to Jenkins, now on the right wing. She's inside the three-point line, now top of the key to Wickham, swings left side to Hannah McQuinn. Thought about a three, passes it up. Now to Wickham in the lane to Akert. And the shot by McQuinn is blocked out of bounds by the Lady Zebras. It'll stay with Clinton Central baseline right into the game for the first time, where Clinton Central is Davison and also Robbins. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. 4:44 to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 6-0. Whitcomb, three, right baseline, off the rim, no good. Ball tipped out, picked up by Hannah McQuinn for the Bulldogs. Now to Whitcomb, back to Hannah McQuinn, left side to Robbins. Cross lane pass to Whitcomb. Now to Hannah McQuinn. Rochester in a 2-3 zone. Over the top to Robbins. Hannah McQuinn, straight away, three is good.
Just a matter of time before she got one. The girl's got a good shot.
It's smooth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cuts the Rochester lead in half, and then the ball is stripped away and stolen by Davison. Davison then has her basketball knocked out of bounds by Macy Brown, who got back quickly to help out. It'll be out of bounds to Clinton Central, baseline right. 4:06 to play, first quarter. Rochester up 6-3. Lady Bulldogs with the basketball. Whitcomb. Akins. And then the Akert pass is knocked out of bounds by Rochester. It'll go back to the Lady
She tried
Zebras.
throwing it off the Rochester girl's foot, and it missed and went out of bounds. Turnover for the 4th turnover for the Bulldogs.
Ball's tipped away. Ball still loose, picked up by Burkett. Yeah, Rogers, that's a weird-looking, hard sound to hear because you know she got her finger jammed on that play,
Yeah.
and that's going to bring in Emily Hughes quickly off the bench. She's still nursing that finger. She's hurting. Peterson goes to the basket, fouled on the shot. She'll go to the line to shoot 2.
She, Miss Peterson there with a good drive. Luckily, the girl fouled her. That ball was not going to get to the rim, even if she wasn't hit, but who's that foul on?
Don't know if we saw a foul or the number. Peterson makes her first free throw. So Emily Hughes comes in. Jenny Isbell comes in for Rochester, or will if Peterson makes his free throw. 3:40 to play in the first quarter, 7-2 Rochester. Peterson's free throw is no good. And Akard picks up the last basketball. Akard high on the left side for Clinton Central. Drives it into the paint. Jump stop at the free throw line. Jumper's good from 15 feet.
That last foul was on Davidson.
Okay.
Number 5, that's the second personal, or first personal, second team for the Bulldogs.
Full court press by the Lady Bulldogs. Burkett breaks the press, crosses the timeline right. Burkett high on the right side. Whoo, pushes off, no call. Now to McKee. Top of the key to Brown. Wide open 3, straight away is good. And Macy has 6 of the 10.
Yep.
And it's 10-5 Rochester. 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Clinton Central breaks the press. Pull-up 15-footer is no good from the left side of the floor by Jenkins. And then we're going to have a tie-up between McKee and Davison. And Clinton Central will get it after the turnover.
She committed the cardinal rule.
Bringing it down to
bringing the ball down.
Yep. So Peterson comes out, and into the game for the first time is Jenny Isbell. Also back in is Hannah McQuinn for Clinton Central. Burkett knocks the pass out of bounds. There'll be Clinton Central basketball on the far side. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. 2:52 to play in the first quarter, 10-5 Rochester. Bulldogs of the basketball. Whitcomb runs the point. Hannah McQuinn, wide open 3, left wing. We might want to find her.
Yeah, I wouldn't let her keep shooting the ball.
And the entry pass is knocked away and stolen by McKee. Macy Brown runs it up the floor. Across the timeline, right side, switches directions, gives McKee. Now the corner to Isbell. Just inside the three-point line of the baseline is no good. Good block out by Hughes. Putback is good.
Excellent job. Rochester with a huge height advantage. And so far, we're dominating the offensive rebounds.
Rochester's up by 7 right now with 2:15 to play in the first quarter. Robbins with the basketball. Now to Whitcomb, high on the left side to Jenkins. Jenkins, one dribble, and Kami McKee just picked up foul number 2.
Both her fouls have come 25 feet from the bucket.
Right.
Silly, silly fouls. She's a freshman. She's learning, but again, short bench today. You just can't afford that in a primary ball handler.
So Clinton Central basketball. Just inside the arc. Jumpers off the window. No good. Macy Brown, the weak side rebound. She rips and runs. 12-5 Rochester. 2 to play in the first quarter. Left wing 3 for McKee. Coach Jennings wanted her to shoot. She drives a baseline. Pulls up in the paint. Pulls up, puts up a tough shot off the glass. No good. The ball being tipped around. McKee has a rebound, and we're going to be tied up. And Rochester will keep possession. Baseline left with 1:48 to play in the first quarter.
If she just finds a way to keep the ball up, I don't think anybody can jump up to it. You know, don't bring it down, but keep it up. I mean, she should be able to eat all morning. Throw it up to her right there.
Of course, you bring food to the broadcast somehow. Brown for 3 in the baseline. Off the side of the backboard, no good. McKee with the rebound. The putback, no good. And they're going to say that was touched out of bounds by Clinton Central to stay with Rochester with 1:41 to play.
If they got a lob pass right here, this is what you do right in front of the rim. I don't think anybody can jump to it, and nobody's going to get her.
Brown, bounce pass into McKee. Loses the handle. Blow loose on the floor. Out of bounds. Rochester will have it.
Can't put it at the shoestrings.
Nope, that's very true. 1:38 to play. 12-5 Rochester. First quarter coming to an end. Hughes gets it into Brown. 3 for Macy. Right side off the back of the rim. No good. And the rebound to Akard for Clinton Central, I beg your pardon. 3 left wing is no good for Whitcomb. Rebound to Jordan Jennings, who's in the game for the first time today. 1:23 to play, first quarter. Bounce pass to McKee. Kenzie drives the left baseline. Cut off by the defense, throws it up for grabs. McKee, or make that Jennings grabs it near the timeline with a minute 10. Brown has it behind the arc, top of the key to McKee. Lob pass, entry pass is taken away by Clinton Central. Akert at the free throw line, stops, pops, short, and the rebound to Isbell.
Run.
Jenny runs right side of the floor, less than a minute to play in the first quarter. Goes to the basket, runs over to defender, no good. And the weak side rebound to Davison. Pushes ahead to Davison. The right-handed layup is good. That pass actually coming from Sheets. And it cuts the Rochester lead to 5. 42 seconds to play in the first quarter. Wrap around pass to McKee. Grabs the basketball, now to Isbell. Isbell crosses the timeline against a double team. Woo to McKee. I'm not sure she got both feet established, but at 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe she did.
Cutting her close.
28 seconds to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 12-5. Look for the final shot of the period. McKee, left side to Isbell. Her three is an air ball. Picked up by Davison and Clinton Central with 15 seconds. Akerd over the top to Whitcomb. To McQuinn. Hannah McQuinn. Three straight away is good. With 6, with 5, with 4, with 3, with 2. Macy, three-quarter court shot is no good. After one, Rochester leads 12-10. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
The second quarter, Rochester leading 12-10 here at the Rochester Glass Classic at Rochester. The first game features the Rochester Lady Zebras and the Clinton Central Lady Bulldogs. Second game this morning will be Western and Jimtown. You can watch that game on RTC TV4. Steve and I will have that.
I have to go back to work.
Who are you kidding?
I do. Shelby's making me.
I don't believe that for 1 second. So Clinton Central starts with the basketball in the second quarter. Rochester in a 1-3-1 defense. The entry pass is taken away by Rogers. Good to see Caitlin Rogers back in the game. She gives to Brown. 12-10 Rochester. Clinton Central in a 1-2-2 zone defense. Jennings, her entry pass is tipped away. Ball loose, picked up by the Bulldogs. Clinton Central runs. Whitcomb between the rings. Picks up her dribble. And she has her pass taken away by Isbell. Jenny with the basketball. Works high on the right side, now picks up her dribble against the double team. Now to Hughes in the right corner. Hughes gives him the wing to Brown. Macy with the basketball. Dribbles with her left hand. Picked it up after a couple of times to the free throw line. Turnaround jumper for Isbell's off the mark, no good. And the Rogers putback is no good. She gets her own rebound. The putback is good. That's what we call in our house padding the stats.
Padding the stats. The old Rodman. Excellent position, though, using her height.
Yeah, right. Jenkins to a wide open Russell. Her point blank shot is no good. Hughes with the rebound. Minute into the second quarter, Rochester by 4. Entry pass to Isbell. Her jumper at the free throw line's no good. Rogers climbs the back and the putback is no good. Hughes with the putback. Her shot no good. Blocked from behind. Picked up by Russell and Clinton Central. Jenkins will go coast to coast. Throws up a tough shot. We're going to have a blocking foul whistled against Macy Brown. And that's going to send Cassidy Jenkins, the 5'5 junior, to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Bulldogs. 6.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Rochester up 14-10. And Clinton Central the line to shoot 2.
Macy Brown's first foul, team's 4th.
Jenkins' first free throw is good. McKee and Peterson back in. Jennings and Isbell to sit. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman.
Watching these Clinton Central girls shoot the ball, I have a feeling if it's an on night, they can probably put 80 on the board very quick.
They're smooth, aren't they?
Yeah.
Second one was no good. Rebound to Rochester. Brown to the basketball across the timeline. 14-11 Lady Zebras. Peterson on the left wing behind the arc against the zone defense. Now to McKee. One dribble, swings to the right side to Brown. Macy high on the right side, dribbles the baseline, cut off by the defense. And then her pass is tipped away and stolen by Whitcomb for Clinton Central. Whitcomb in the right wing. Now to Sheets, to Jenkins, just inside the arc is an air ball. And the rebound to Rogers, who gives to Brown. 6 minutes to play, first half, 14-11. Rochester. Peterson against the zone. Inside the three-point line as she travels.
And they're trying to get the ball inside. Obviously, they just don't know how to do it. They've done the high-low from the free throw line a couple times, but they're trying to enter that pass from the three-point line instead of getting to the free throw line to dump it over.
Yeah.
It's there. You've got Hughes, you've got Rogers, you've got McKee, any of them to do the high-low game. It's there. Keep the ball up.
So the Bulldogs with the basketball. Hannah McKee over the top to Jenkins. The jumper from the free throw line is no good. You know, I think that Akerd shot the free throws last time, didn't she?
Yes, she did.
I called Jenkins.
Yep, 1 for 2.
And the entry pass is taken away by Clinton Central. Akerd down low to Katie McQuinn, and she puts it in for 2. And now the Rochester lead is down to 1. McKee outside to Peterson. Full court press by the Bulldogs. And then the pass is taken away by Jenkins. Jenkins left side of the lane. She travels, no call. The shot on the way is good. And now Clinton Central leads for the first time today at 15-10. Rochester will take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Ladies East Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
.506 to play in the second quarter. Clinton Central now up 15-14 here at the Rochester Glass Classic at Rochester High School. First of 4 today, varsity and JV wise. Full court press by the Bulldogs. Ball's picked up and then stolen away, then picked up by Rochester. Hughes outside of Rogers. Caitlin Rogers drives the baseline, cut off by the defense, now to Brown. Macy around the defense on the wing, now brings the top of the key to reset for the Lady Zebras. And works to the right wing. Picks up her dribble, cross-court pass to McKee. The left wing 3 on the way is no good. And the rebound to Clinton Central, and Emily Hughes will pick up the reach-in foul.
That is Emily's first, team's 5th. Quick note, Rochester had 4 team turnovers in the first quarter combined total. They've already got 5, 3.5 minutes into the second. So
Clinton Central leading right now 15-14. Oh, we're back. Got to establish both feet across the timeline.
That's a good call.
I've been calling that all year, and it's the first time they've listened.
Yeah. And girls, boys get away with it quite a bit, but that's a good call. That's the right call.
4.5 to play, first half, 15-14 Bulldogs. Rochester the basketball.
Throw it over.
Oh, boy, she was posting hard, wasn't she?
Perfect.
Caitlin Rogers posting down low hard. Brown, right wing 3 is good as it rattles in. Rochester back on top, 17-15.
That's her 3rd trifecta.
Hannah McQuinn across the timeline against Rochester's zone defense. Now to Katie McQuinn. Back to Hannah McQuinn on the right wing. To Katie. To Hannah for Clinton Central. Hannah McQuinn, right wing dribbling. Now top of the key in the center circle. Peterson in her jersey. Good defense by the Rochester Lady Zebras.
Yes.
And Kinsey McKee forces a turnover. And Rochester going to get it back. Back into the game is Robbins and also Whitcomb for the Lady Bulldogs.
That's good perimeter defense. Not using your body, just, keeping your hands up, causing a turnover.
Right. Rochester by 2. Works against the full court press. McKee.
No,
her pass is taken away by Davison. Davidson right in front of the Rochester bench, just inside the arc, outside to Whitcomb. Thought about a three, passes it up. Now Davidson, she'll fire a three from the right baseline, no good. And we're going to have a foul on Jenkins, who climbed the back of Hughes. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester. 3.5 to play in the first half, Rochester by 2.
That's Jenkins' first, team's third. Hughes, excellent rebounding position. Oh, no.
And the inbounds pass is thrown to Mack.
I missed it, too.
Turnover Rochester.
Macy threw a fastball there.
Clinton Central basketball right in front of the Rochester bench. Whitcomb gets the inbounds pass from Hannah McQuinn over the top to Robbins. Back to Whitcomb in the corner to Hannah McQuinn. Right baseline three is off the back of the rim, no good. And the ball is tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs.
We'll take it, but too.
Full court press.
Bounce pass. Coach Jennings needs to just start screaming bounce pass. Bounce pass.
Peterson. Bounce pass to
There
Hughes.
we go.
Hughes splits the defense and has her chest pass knocked out of bounds on the far side by Clinton Central. It'll stay with Rochester. 3:09 to play in the first half. Rochester up 17-15. Peterson gets the inbounds pass from Brown. Macy with the basket, or Macy now on the right side. Cross court to McKee. Kinsey, dump pass down low. Ball tipped away. It's loose in the paint. Peterson
nice
has
pass.
it. Now to Hughes. He puts it up for 2.
Excellent extra pass there. They collapsed around her, dumped it off. Easy 2 points.
Zebras back by 4 with 2:50 to play in the first half. Rochester in the 2-3 zone. Whitcomb. Hannah McKee now to Jenkins. Drives the baseline. Pull up 15-footers off the mark. No good. Weak side rebound for Clinton Central. The ball's loose. Picked up by Brown. Macy pushes. Rochester by 4. 2.5 to play in the first half. Peterson left wing three. No good. Rogers. McKee fights for the rebound. McKee has it.
Go up.
And she has it taken away by Jenkins. Now to Hannah McQuinn, right side of the floor for the Bulldogs. To Robbins. Hannah McQuinn, right wing three. Good.
Do
Smooth.
not leave her open.
And now the Rochester leads down to 1. A full
And that's
court
her
press.
third three of the game.
Full court press by the Bulldogs. Peterson, one dribble. Now to Hughes on the far side. Gets it across the court to McKee. Now to Brown at the volleyball line between the rings. Under 2 to play in the first half. Rochester up 19-18.
Throw it to her.
Lob
Yes.
pass down low to Rogers. Rogers has her shot blocked. The putback by Hughes is no good. But a foul coming on Clinton Central, and that's going to send Emily Hughes, the freshman, to the line to shoot 2.
They finally did it. They threw it over the top. It's there.
Keep it up there.
Yeah.
Not to your waist. Keep it up there. 1:49 to play in the first half.
Davidson's second foul on Clinton Central, team's 4th.
Russell will come back in for Clinton Central after the first free throw by Hughes, which is off the back of the rim, no good. Isbell back in for Rochester, and Kinsey McKee will come out. Also back in is Sheets for the Lady Bulldogs. 1:49 to play, first half. Rochester up 19-18 here at the Rochester Glass Classic at Rochester High School. Emily Hughes eyes the second one, lets it fly, and that one's good. 2-point lead now for Rochester. Coming down in 100 seconds to play in the first half. Here comes the half-court trap. Ball tipped away, stolen by Peterson.
Nice.
Gives to Brown. Macy Brown, right wing or right lane layup is good. And the Lady Zebras are now up 22-18. Half-court trap. Forced a turnover.
Taste of their own medicine.
Yeah. Whitcomb high on the left side.
Yes.
Akard with it near the timeline against Peterson in the minute 22. And now we're going to have a foul whistled against Rochester. Is that going to be
Peterson's?
Yeah. No, it's going to be on Rogers.
They gave that to Rogers.
1:19 to play in the first half. 22-18 Rochester.
Her second, team 6th. It's 1-1 here on out.
Clinton Central with the basketball. Whitcomb against the 2-3 zone. Left side to Sheets. Sheets drives the baseline. Pull-up jumper's no good. Another foul coming on Rochester. And that's going to send the sophomore Addie Sheets to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Bulldogs.
And that's Rogers' 3rd foul. Puts him in the 1-on-1, but that was a shooting foul. She undercut her. It was a good call.
Sheets free throw no good. So Jordan Jennings back into the game. Hannah McQuinn back into the game. Caitlin Rogers with 3 fouls will come out. 1:11 to play in the first half. Rochester up 22-18. One more coming for Sheets. Sophomore eyes a second one off the back of the rim, no good. Hughes grabs a rebound after a good block out and outlets to Macy Brown. Macy walks it up the floor, crosses through the center circle. High on the left side to Peterson in the minute to play in the first half. Cross court to Brown. Fakes a three, drives the baseline. Lob pass, actually a shot down low is no good. Rebound to Clinton Central. Whitcomb pulls up. Three on the right wing is way off the mark by Aker. The putback by Sheets is no good, and the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Rochester. It'll stay with Clinton Central baseline right with 44 seconds to play in the first half.
I haven't kept track, but that's got to be their 10th, 12th three-point attempt of the half.
I would agree.
They are not shy.
Sheets looks to get it in. Bounce pass on the baseline to Whitcomb. Whitcomb drives in, loses the ball. Ball loose on the floor. It's going to be a tie-up. Rochester going to get it back.
That is the 7th Bulldog turnover of the quarter. Rochester also has 7.
Okay.
So if you're going to have 7 on your own team, you got to force 7 on the other.
38 seconds to play in the first half. Rochester the ball and a 22-18 lead. Macy walks through the center circle. And she'll look for the final shot of the period. The defense is below the volleyball line. Now comes out to force action on Macy Brown. 22 seconds. Pass over the top to Jennings. Jordan with the basketball, a couple of dribbles. Out to Brown with 15. Now to Peterson with 14. Gives in the corner to Isbell with 13. Jenny outside to Brown with 10. Macy with 8. Back to Isbell with 7.
That's
now we're going to have a
foul.
reach-in foul whistle against Sheets. It'll be out of bounds to Rochester with 7 seconds to play in the first half in front of the Clinton Central bench.
Her first, team 5th.
Brown will look to get it in. Macy studies with 7 seconds. Gets it into Jennings. Back to Brown. Long three left wing is an air ball. And with 0.9 seconds, Clinton Central going to get the final shot of the half. 22-18 Rochester.
Don't foul.
Don't foul.
Don't foul.
Hannah McQuinn will look to get it in. And that'll do it for the first half. At halftime, Lady Zebras lead 22-18. Back with first half numbers next. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is old you. And this is now you.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the rain.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
This is the 32nd time Christmas has been hosted in this house. 32 times decorating the tree. Holiday dinners. Memories. All protected by their independent agent. And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Enyards True Value and Rental is your local one-stop shop for all of your home improvement and party rental needs. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff help you with your next project or event. Enyards True Value and Rental of Rochester. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
It'll be on RTC TV4. Steve Stricker and I will have that game. At 3 o'clock, Clinton Central and Jimtown will be on this floor on RTC TV4. Steve Stricker and I will have that game. And then at 4:30, you and I will be back together to do the Western and Rochester finale here at the Rochester Glass tournament, the Rochester Glass Classic here at Rochester High School. Can't call it a tournament. There's no hardware online, right?
It's just round robin play, basically, with no... Did Brownie not buy a trophy this year? Oh, wait till I see him. I didn't know he cut that out.
I'm not sure. Yeah, whatever.
That's almost as bad as cutting the Christmas bonus out of Christmas Vacation. You can't cut the hardware out.
Jelly of the Month Club.
Yeah, Jelly of the Month Club, exactly.
We're going to take a break and come back with the third quarter. That's next. Rochester up right now, 22-18. You're listening to Ladies Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Enjoy the game with an ice-cold Coke. Locally owned and operated since 1907, Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo proudly supports 28 high schools in north central Indiana. Our starting lineup of brands are sure to keep you hydrated on the sidelines and at home. Coca-Cola Bottling Company of Kokomo. RTC TV4 thanks you for watching tonight's broadcast. Sponsorship and advertising opportunities are available, and free production is included with every sponsorship package. If you are seeing this, then your customers are seeing it too. RTC TV4. See for yourself. Please support the local sponsors who make this production possible.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors.
Brocky Insurance offers personalized coverage options for all of your insurance needs. You can trust your policy through Erie Insurance has been customized specifically for you, your assets, and your budget. Online at brockyinsurance.com. Stay connected with the fastest internet speeds available with RTC Fiber Communications. Voice, data, and video connectivity for the 21st century. Local service, local support, local investment. Online at rtc1.com.
Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
This is old you. And this is now you.
5 wears his fire hat and coat in the rain.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood. This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
This is the 32nd time Christmas has been hosted in this house. 32 times decorating the tree. Holiday dinners. Memories. All protected by their independent agent. And the company that stands behind them. Auto Owners Insurance.
Contact Jennings Insurance Agency today or visit one of our offices in Argus and Rochester.
You're already off the naughty list for next year, man. You're working ahead. Oh, now.
So light. But my business.
All right, welcome back here to Rochester High School. We're getting set to go here for second half action. Going to kick it back down to Muss and Kyle here in just a moment as we get going with Lady Z's leading 22-18 here at the half.
No, at least. Back at Rochester High School as we go to the third quarter. Clinton Central will start with the basketball going to our left in their road greens. Whitcomb kicks it outside to Jenkins. Long jumper, no good. And the weak side rebound for it by Clinton Central, but Katie McQuinn walks out of bounds before she gets it out to a wing.
With Burkett having 2 fouls and Rogers having 3 fouls, both girls start on the bench this half, and Isabel and Hughes started over him.
Clinton Central wants a 30. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance Propane, we treat our customers like neighbors because, well, that's what we are. When you trust Co-Alliance Propane as your seriously local propane provider, you're trusting a team of professionals who live, work, and watch the game from right across the county, not the country. A team that's close by and seriously dedicated to your safety and providing the best service possible. Find out more about Co-Alliance Propane's seriously local service and how you can get 50 gallons of propane free at coalliancepropane.com.
7.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Rochester up 22-18. Lady Zebras of the basketball. Ball loose. McKee picks it up near the timeline. Kinsey over the top to Brown on the right side. Here comes a half-court trap. Brown dribbles away from that, gives to Peterson on the left side of the floor. Karina dribbles to the lane. Down low on the paint, out to Brown, and she brings it out behind the arc right in front of the Rochester bench. Wrap around pass to McKee at the volleyball line. Peterson drives the left baseline. Layup on the way is good.
Good take. Good take. I don't know why McKee's catching the ball 30 feet from the basket, but good take.
Clinton Central with the basketball, high on the right side, cross-court and pass to Whitcomb. Whitcomb just inside the arc. Her shot no good.
Deflected,
I believe partially blocked. Rochester the basketball. 24-18, Lady Zebras, 6:45 to play in the third quarter. McKee on the right wing.
Nice.
Dumps down low to Hughes. Hughes turnaround jumper. Window is good.
There we go.
I see a theme.
I see a theme.
Here comes a half-court trap. McQuinn has it knocked away, picked up by Rochester. Now Hughes has it knocked away, picked up by Hannah McQuinn, left side to Whitcomb in the left baseline. Pull up 15-footers, no good, but a foul coming on, I believe, Brown. And that's going to send Whitcomb to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Bulldogs.
That's Macy's second, team first.
And Cami Burkett will come back into the game after this first free throw.
Emily Hughes with 7 points off the bench starting this half. Good energy, good rebounding.
Yep. First one's in and out, no good. She'll have one more. She's really had 4 or 5 really nice games here for Rochester.
Absolutely, yeah. And her footwork on that last play was excellent. She caught the ball ready to put it right in instead of having to turn.
Whitcomb makes 1 of 2, and it's 26-19. Full court press by the Lady Bulldogs.
Here's the diamond.
And Macy Brown is out. Burkett brings it up the floor, and she double dribbles.
Yep. They say a diamond's won't be there long. They say a diamond's a lady's best friend, but I don't know about this diamond.
Well, it's not Rochester's friend, that's for sure.
Get over there, Jan. That's a trap.
Hannah McQuinn, left wing, wrap around pass to Whitcomb. And we're going to have a 3-second violation whistled against Clinton Central to go back to Rochester on the turnover.
Rochester needs to space the floor here, and they've got to react to the way they're falling back. Interesting.
It surprises me a little. Burkett across the timeline. Works to the right wing. Now to McKee behind the arc. Dump pass down low is tipped out of bounds by the Bulldogs. It'll stay with the Rochester baseline right.
So Clinton Central adjusted to the one high-low pass. They brought the weak side defender over to backside Hughes. A weak side guard has to, there you go. Perfect. That'll work.
McKee's jumper from 10 feet goes in the lane.
That's the alternative. Throw it up to her. Nobody can get it. I love it.
9-point lead for Rochester. Baker, jumper free throw line, no good. And the rebound to Isbell. Ginny with the basketball, now to Burkett. Burkett through the center circle. Right wing pass to McKee. Dribbles between the circles to Peterson high on the left side. Karina holds against Akerd. Now to Burkett, who drives it right to the right elbow. Now the corner to McKee. Long three-point jumper in the baseline's in and out, no good. The rebound to Jenkins. Gets it outlet to Akerd. Akerd on the right side for Clinton Central. Kicks it out to Whitcomb. Now to Hannah McQuinn on the left wing, that is. Whitcomb, 3-ball, left baselines off the top of the backboard, no good. The putback by Akerd is good.
Akerd's a scrappy little thing.
Yep. Jessica Akerd, the junior, puts it back and cuts the Rochester lead to 7. Caitlin Rogers will come into the next opportunity. McKee right in front of the Rochester bench, picks up her dribble, and her pass is taken away by Akerd. Akerd, whoo, stops, pops, good. Pressure forces another turnover. It's 28-23, 4:40 to play in the third. Burkett through the center circle. Accelerates to the free throw line. Ball kicked around, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulldogs. Rochester possession. Brown and Rogers back in. Peterson and Hughes out. Robbins and I believe Davison comes back in for Raymond. 4.5 to play in the third. Rochester up by 5 at 28-23. Entry pass to McKee has her shot blocked. Picked up by Akerd, and Cami Burkett is going to pick up the foul.
That's Cami's third, team second.
Jordan Jennings back in, and Burkett will check out. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. 4:28 to play in the third. Rochester up 28-23.
Going to be in a 1-3-1 here for the Lady Zebras with Isabel on top.
I like her length on top.
Oh, I love her length on top.
Lob pass to Robbins over the top to Hannah McQuinn. Left wing pass. Now in the corner to Whitcomb. Whitcomb around the defense in front of her bench. Lob pass to Davison. Whoo! Gets it to Akerd, who came to the ball. If not, it would have been taken away. She gets a rebound. Ball taken away by Rochester. Now Akerd is going to pick up the foul, I believe.
That is on Jessica Akerd. That is her first, team first. That was a good foul for her because Macy was off and running.
Yeah, right. 4 minutes to play in the third. 28-23. Full court press now by Clinton Central.
Good, yes. Should be 2-on-1 now.
Isbell layup, right side, no good. Ball tipped around, she gets a rebound. The putback is good.
Excellent job.
Clinton Central pushes up the floor. Jumper from 18 feet is off the rim, no good. McKee another board. And outlets to Brown. 3.5 to play in the third quarter. Rochester back to 7. Been as big as 9 in this quarter.
1-2-2 from Clinton here.
Wraparound pass. Gets to Brown. And now we're going to have a 3-second violation whistled against Rogers, I believe. Back into the game is Jenkins for Clinton Central. And Hannah McQuinn, who had a big first half, comes out.
Third Rochester turnover this quarter.
That 1-3-1 now is on the
get your arms up.
Yeah, Rochester side of the 10-second line. So with Clinton Central, cross lane pass to Jenkins. Her shot no good. The rebound to Davison in the paint, and we're going to have a foul down low on Rochester. I'm not sure how that's not a 3-second call, to be honest with you. That took a long time in the paint. But it's going to be whistled against Rochester's Jordan Jennings, her first. It'll be out of bounds to Clinton Central, baseline right.
Third team Rochester foul. Not a bad foul. You're aggressively going for the ball. It can go either way there.
Akerd. Shot no good. And then the offensive rebound taken away by Jenkins to Whitcomb. Akerd, jumper just inside the arc. The line drive shot goes.
She's carrying them this quarter. 6 points for her of the 7.
When you get a chance, look at Coach Crawford's hand, right hand for Clinton Central. Do I see a blue ring on that? Rogers down low.
You do.
In the paint. Gives to Isbell. Stripped away and stolen by Akerd. Akerd against Jennings. Pushes off. Pull-up jumper. Nope. Rebound to Isbell. And then we're going to have a reach-in foul whistled against Clinton Central. Do I? Championship ring?
Yeah, there's a blue ring on there.
3:32 to play in the third. 30-25, Rochester.
That foul was on Akerd, her second.
Hannah McQuinn back in and Whitcomb to come out.
Team second. They could easily call it an offensive foul because she pushed off going up for
exactly
the layup.
Right.
So,
full court press.
Oh, Bates bounce back. There we
McKee gets a loose ball, gets it across the timeline. Now to Isbell. Jenny jump stop to McKee. Now to Brown. Macy at the free throw line in traffic. Has it taken away by Jenkins.
She wanted to go to Rogers. She thought about it too late. Good idea. Just she was too deep in the lane.
Hannah McQuinn to Robbins. 3. Nope. Defensive rebound to Brown. Rochester really one and done a lot, or forcing one and done, and now we're going to have a offensive foul on Macy Brown. Akerd should have gotten that same call. Macy Brown got it.
Macy Brown did get it. That's her third, team fourth. Yeah, Rochester's rebounding is phenomenal today. It is one and done.
Yep.
For Clinton Central.
That's right.
And ultimately, 5-point lead comes down to second chance points.
You're right. 2 minutes to play in the third. Rochester up 30-25. Clinton Central basketball going to our left. And Jenny Isbell.
That's a good boot.
TCU could have used her yesterday. Wasn't that an awful football game?
I saw the quarterback stats at one point. It was like 1 for.
There was 9 interceptions in that game.
Yeah.
And you know what? I watched the whole stupid thing. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, you're a sports fan.
Rochester forces another turnover. Rogers has it now for Rochester. Now to Brown. 1:40 to play in the third quarter. Rochester up by 5. Brown against the double team. Works high on the left side. Switches directions. Now the timeline. Now back towards the basket. Now to Isbell. And then Isbell's fouled on the reach in. And I believe Akerd's going to pick up that foul.
That's her third. Team's third.
So Burkett and Peterson back in. Jennings and Brown to come out. 90 seconds to play in the third quarter. Rochester by 5. Lady Zebra basketball. Isbell near the timeline. Now to Burkett. Burkett on the right side of the floor holds against the zone. The zone comes out and applies pressure. Starts the count. Works to the right side. Now to Isbell in the right corner. Jenny, one dribble over the top to Peterson. Left side to Rogers. Caitlin thought about a 3. Back to Peterson. Top of the key. Karina drives. Loses the handle. Picked up by Jenkins. Jenkins runs. Left side. Nope. That's McQuinn. Out to Jenkins. 18-footers, an air ball and out of bounds. Katie McQuinn, I guess, was the one that pulled up and kicked it out.
Hannah's been insanely quiet this quarter.
Yeah, I don't think she's taking a shot.
I don't think she has either. You're right.
1:06 to play in the third. 5-point lead. Here comes the half-court trap. Isbell. And Rochester breaks it easy. Peterson, left side of the floor, out to Burkett. Cammie drives it right. Out to Hughes. Hughes, jumper in the lane, no good, but a foul coming on Clinton Central, and that's going to send Emily Hughes to the line to shoot 2.
That foul is going to be on Katie McQuinn, her second, team fourth. Emily checks back in immediately to the free throw line.
55 seconds to play here in the first game of the Rochester Glass Classic. The first free throw by the freshman is good. Back into the game for Clinton Central is Sheets and Davison to check out. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. Kyle and I will be back for the 4:30 game here on WROI. Second one is short. And Steve Stricker and I will have the middle two games, the 11:30 and 3 o'clock game on RTC TV4. You're not going back to work.
I am.
No, come on.
I am.
I'm not sure who's listening that you're trying to fool.
I'm not trying to fool anybody.
45 seconds to play, third quarter. Rochester by 6 at 31-25. Whitcomb, long jumper from the baseline is no good off the support cable and out of bounds.
Rochester needs to find a way to hold the ball here, get one shot, a good look. At minimum, go to the fourth quarter up 6.
Yeah, right on. Holding the ball here for the final shot of the period would be good, especially with Macy Brown on the bench. Isbell, long jumper is an air ball. Weak side rebound to Rogers. Nice hustle by the sophomore. Down low to Hughes. Emily in the paint. Takes a tough shot at the bottom of the backboard and out of bounds. 21 seconds.
Or hold it 10 seconds.
21.8 to play in the third. Clinton Central basketball going to our left. Hannah McQuinn across the timeline. Jump stop, gives to Whitcomb on the right wing. Back to McQuinn, near side to Jenkins. One dribble, and chucks her in the bleachers. 9 seconds.
Third row caught it there. That is the fourth Bulldog turnover for the quarter. Rochester has 7. Macy does come back in. She's got 3 fouls, but this should be solely to get an open look.
I would agree. 8 seconds. Burkett with 5. Burkett splits a double team. Gives to Brown with 3. Macy with 2. Macy with 1. Jumper at the buzzer on the way. No good. After 3, Rochester leads 31-25. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
At Co-Alliance, we understand the importance of community. After all, we've been farmer-owned since the 1920s. And now that we're a part of your community, we want to become your total agronomy solutions provider. Co-Alliance offers the latest in ag technology for your operation. From field scouting and fertilizers to premium seed and precision agriculture, we can help take your operation to the next level. Put the resources of your local cooperative to work. Contact Co-Alliance today.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Fourth and final quarter here, the first game of the Rochester Glass Classic at Rochester High School. The Lady Zebras, Mac, have led throughout. Clinton Central has led one time, I believe at 15-14, but other than that, it's been Rochester's lead.
Yeah, they've done a good job of rebounding, limiting turnovers. I mean, they're still high, but not near as high as we've seen.
Yeah, you're right.
And the one and done for Clinton Central, they're not getting any second chance plays.
Rochester doing a really good job on the glass. Rogers put up and shot is good. Caitlin Rogers with 2 more. Nice feed by Peterson. The bullet pass from about 3 feet. And Caitlin Rogers, the soft hands, pushes that lead to 8.
They keep going inside and getting shots like that. They're going to run them out of the gym in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're right. Whitcomb around the defense. Now to Hannah McQuinn, who's not taking a shot, I believe, in this half. Had 9 points, I think, in the first half, yes?
Go.
Loose ball stolen by Brown. Brown left side of the floor. Will go all the way to the basket. Jumper on the way is no good. Partially blocked by Clinton Central. Picked up by Akerd. Akerd left side of the floor for Clinton Central against a double team, and her pass is taken away by Hughes. Now to Peterson. 33-25 Rochester. A minute into the fourth quarter. Brown left wing dribbling outside to Peterson. Karina one dribble to her right, now to Hughes. Hughes dribbles to her right inside the three-point line. Wrap around pass to Rogers. Gives to cutting Burkett. Burkett on the paint. Kicks it out the side to Brown. Left wing 3 for the Lady Zebras is short. And I believe Hughes is going to be knocked out of bounds. Hughes is going to be knocked out of bounds, not the ball. I believe somebody in green got away with a push, and it might have been Katie McQuinn.
Hughes has been unbelievable today. I mean, truly unbelievable. Good energy off the bench. I mean, everything you would want in a girl coming off the bench, giving you energy, rebounding, chip-in points. Any of her points are bonus.
Where is she? 8?
Yeah.
6:45 to play in the game. Here comes a half-court trap. Rochester forces the turnover. Peterson has it on the right elbow. Now to Burkett. Back to Peterson. Peterson's shot blocked, but a foul coming against Clinton Central. That's going to send Karina Peterson to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Zebras.
If there's such thing as being too unselfish,
that was it.
Peterson just needs to stick her head down and go to the hole. And that is the 4th foul on Akerd, which is really huge because she's about the only Clinton Central girl this half to really be aggressive
and shoot.
6 of the 7 points. So
Peterson's first one is no good. She'll have one more. 33-25 Rochester, 6.5 to play in the game. The senior's second one is good this time. Back to a 9-point lead, which matches Rochester's biggest lead of the morning. Still morning, yeah.
It's lunchtime.
Clinton Central. Akerd, jumper at the free throw line. Nope. Rochester turns them away, one and done again. Rogers with the basketball and loses it off the leg of Clinton Central. It'll stay with Rochester against the full court press.
I just got messaged by Shelby that I have to come back right after the game. So apparently the office don't work without me. I've always known that.
Sure, I understand that. Burkett to Peterson. Over the top to Hughes. Emily drives it to the right. Now on the baseline. Kicks it back outside. Pull up 10-footer is short. Burkett's put back no good. Partially blocked. And she gets a rebound back. Oh, Karina Peterson saves it from going into the backcourt. Over the 10-second line. Now to Brown. Right wing 3. No good. And the rebound to Clinton Central. Davison pushes to Whitcomb. Whitcomb on the baseline. Wraparound pass to McQuinn. Outside to Akerd. 3 straight away off the window. No good. And Brown to the rebound. As you can hear behind us, there's a couple of Katie McQuinn fans behind us saying, shoot the ball. She was wide open. Peterson. Burkett. Elbow back to Brown. Macy drives the right baseline. Has her ball tipped out of bounds by Hannah McQuinn. It'll be Rochester basketball out of bounds. Jenkins back in. Katie McQuinn comes out. Isbell back in for Rochester and Peterson to come out. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman. 5:20 to play in the fourth quarter. Here at the Rochester Glass Classic at Rochester High School, Lady Zebras own a 9-point lead. Entry pass is tipped out of bounds and stolen by Clinton Central. And the Bulldogs of the basketball now going to our right. Akerd double dribbles.
The 4th Bulldog turnover of the 4th quarter. Rochester has 1.
5:11 to play in the game. Rochester by 9. Full court press by the Bulldogs. Burkett to Isbell. Bounce pass to Brown. Macy across the timeline right. And she has the pass kicked out of bounds by Akerd on the far side. Rochester will keep possession.
The floor spacing there. You can't dribble at the girl all the way to her, then bounce past it. Keep the floor spaced a little bit. Nice look here. Here we go. Yep.
Rogers gets the entry pass from Brown to the baseline. Wraparound pass is to Hughes. Hughes in the left block is fouled down low. That'll be out of bounds to Rochester. And after the next foul, Rochester will shoot free throws from here on out.
Yeah, that's the 6th foul for the Clinton Central Bulldogs, and that foul was on number 5, Kendall Davidson, her 3rd.
Burkett a 3, short. She gets her own rebound. Cammy with the basketball around the defense, out to Isbell on the right side. Back to Burkett. Akerd just fouled out.
Akerd fouled out and put Cammy Burkett on the line for 1-and-1.
So Burkett will go to the line to shoot 1 of the bonus. Robbins comes into the game for Clinton Central. Now the question is, who's going to score for the Bulldogs?
Well, I mean, Hannah McQuinn's got
to absolutely
find a way to start shooting the ball. I don't know what's going on there, but...
So Burkett with 1 of the bonus. First one for the freshman. Off the back of the rim, no good. Hannah McQuinn to the rebound. Clinton Central the basketball. Rochester by 9. 4:40 to play in the game. Whitcomb against a double team. Drives the baseline. Pull up 10-footers. Off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound to Clinton Central. To Robbins. Outside to Jenkins to Robbins. 3 right wing for the Lady Dogs as an air ball out of bounds. And it will go back to Rochester.
Val said 6
Val's
minutes
on that all the time.
Well, it's best in the business, man.
Absolutely. Full court press by Clinton Central.
Don't need Wikipedia when you got Val. I can tell you that right now.
Brown all the way to the basket, blocked from behind by Jenkins, out of bounds. Rochester basketball underneath their basket.
There's no in the shots Clinton Central's putting up. Their legs are obviously showing some wear because there's been some few air balls, but
they're not going straight up. They're drifting somewhere or the other.
Yeah.
Entry pass to Burkett. Burkett throws it right into the hands of Davison and Clinton Central, and she's going to be ridden down the floor, and I believe Macy Brown's going to pick up her 4th foul. Boy, I hope that's not on her, but it could be.
That's going to be on Macy. That's going to be her 4th foul.
It'll be interesting now.
Team 5th.
Rochester Macy will come out. If Clinton Central doesn't turn up the heat here on the ball handlers now that the best ball handler is off the floor.
No, absolutely. I don't know why they got out of the diamond press when they did.
Yeah. Jenkins to Whitcomb. Whitcomb around the defense, out to Robbins. Back to Whitcomb on the right wing. Robbins straight away for Clinton Central. Entry pass to Davison. Her shot good and a foul.
Looking for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And that's going to send Kendall Davison, the freshman, to the line to shoot 1. Kenzie McKee will come out with her 1st foul. Emily Hughes back in.
And every foul here on out will put Clinton Central on the 1-and-1 as well. So
free throw is off the back of the rim, no good. I'd like to know those numbers here shortly too.
What's that?
Clinton Central's free throw numbers.
Okay.
Burkett to Isbell, the baseline to Peterson, and she travels going to the basket.
2 of 7. Clinton Central's 2 of 7. Rochester.
3:39 to play in the game. Rochester owns a 7-point lead. It'll be Clinton Central basketball going to our left.
4 of 9, Rochester.
Well, I'm sorry, what was Clinton Central?
2 of 7.
2?
Yeah. 2 of 7.
She can't dribble. Robbins over the top to Hannah McQuinn. Hannah McQuinn against Burkett. Her entry pass is kicked away. Boy, Burkett's lucky she didn't pick up that foul.
Yeah.
3.5 to play in the game. Rochester by 7, 34-27 here. The first game of the Rochester Glass Classic at Rochester High School.
Who's the next one, Jimtown and who?
Western.
Oh, that should be a decent game.
Jimtown has not won a game yet.
Oh, I would have never guessed.
Would you like to rephrase? 3, no good. Isbell. Rochester's done a really good job. We've mentioned it 3 or 4 times of limiting Clinton Central to a 1-and-done.
Yeah, and like I said, I think that's the difference in the game right now is turnovers are fairly equal. Both teams are struggling at the foul line. Shots aren't falling, but Rochester's getting rebounds and putting them back in. Clinton Central's getting no rebounds, and that's what the 7 points is for.
Whitcomb through the defense. Robbins on the right wing to Hannah McQuinn, who's been really quiet in this half. To Whitcomb, to McQuinn. Hannah saves the ball from going out of bounds, picks up her dribble over the top to Whitcomb with 2:54 to play in the game. Rochester by 7. Whitcomb in the paint. Oh, kicks it outside to Robbins. Long jumper is no good. And defensive rebound to Isbell. Man, why don't you take that shot in the paint?
Oh, boy.
Ball's loose. And Rochester can't save it from going out of bounds. Clinton Central will get it back. 2:20, make that 2:40 to play in the game. Rochester by 7. Jenkins back into the game for Clinton Central. And Katie McQuinn will come out. Kyle McLaughlin and David Musselman. Whitcomb high on the right side. Hannah McQuinn, 3 is blocked blocked by Rogers, and everybody just kind of walking around, and Peterson picks up the loose ball rebound. I thought that went out of bounds, and I think everybody else was thinking the same thing.
Good hustle by Peterson to save the possession.
She is so long.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
Pass down low is taken away by Clinton Central. Robbins with the basketball. She brings it up the floor. Over the top to Whitcomb. Misses a wide open Davison on the left block. Whitcomb to Robbins. Back to Whitcomb. Behind the arc with 2 minutes to play in the game. Rochester by 7. Hannah McQuinn to Jenkins. Her pass tipped away, but picked up by Robbins. Down to McQuinn. Minute 50 to play in the game. Rochester content to let Clinton Central pass it around. So the shot goes in for Robbins, and quickly the Bulldogs take a timeout. It is a 60. You're listening to Lady Zebra Basketball, 92.1 WROI and RTC TV4.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. The lawyers and staff at Peterson, Wagoner & Perkins LLP are here to provide the highest quality legal and professional service to their clients presently and for the future. See a full list of services online at peterson-wagoner.com. Woodlawn Hospital, offering state-of-the-art care for Fulton County for over 100 years. Woodlawn Hospital is the area's healthcare leader. Comprehensive care from head to toe. Online at woodlawnhospital.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
.147 to play in the basketball game here, the first of four varsity games here at Rochester High School for the Rochester Classic. Kyle McLaughlin, I'm David Musselman, Rochester basketball with 1:47 to play in the game.
Both teams are in the 1-on-1.
And Clinton Central in the full court press.
Oh.
Ball loose, forced to turn over. Outside to Whitcomb. Whitcomb at the free throw line. Hannah McQuinn to Whitcomb with 1:35. Somebody got to shoot. McQuinn for three, right wing. Nope. Offensive rebound. 1:20. Shot short by McQuinn.
Good block out by Macy.
Yep.
Good job.
Rebound. She's going to be whistled. Sorry, the foul's going to be whistled on Clinton Central. That's going to send Macy to the other end to shoot one of the bonus.
Good block out. Got the ball. Whitcomb immediately fouled her. Now Macy is going to the line.
1:22 to play in the game. 34-29. Rochester. Brown to the line for one and the bonus for the Lady Zebras. Macy, the junior, flies the first one. Good as it rattles in. Second one for the junior is good again.
Rochester up 7, 1:20 to go.
Half court trap.
Don't foul.
Yep.
Make them earn the points.
McQuinn gives to Robbins. Jenkins at the elbow. Nope. Macy Brown to the rebound. A minute to play. 36-29 Rochester. Biggest lead of the night, or the day, the morning, has been 9 for the Lady Zebras. Burkett is fouled immediately by Davison.
That's her 4th, team 9th. Burkett's going to go to the line for 1-1. I'd also like to give a shout out Mr. Scott Wertley.
Yeah.
Recently retired from Indiana Farm Bureau after 45 years.
45 years.
Listens to us.
I'm sorry about that.
45 years.
Burkett's free throw is good.
I tell you what, 45 years at one place is unreal.
Yeah, I've only been on the earth for 45 years.
I won't say anything else.
Second one is good again. 55 seconds to play in the game. 50 seconds, 38-29. Jenkins has her pass tipped away and stolen by Burkett. And now we're going to have a foul on McQuinn.
And that'll be double bonus. Hannah's first, team 10th. Cammie will shoot double bonus. She's 2 of 3 so far in this quarter at the line.
Burkett's first one is short. She'll have one more. Kyle and I will be back around 4:30 for the nightcap.
Rochester's got 1 bucket in the half. That was Caitlin Rogers. Other than that, it's been all free throws. Or in the quarter, I mean.
Second one's no good, and it goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yep. Clinton Central going to get it back. 42 seconds to play in the game. Rochester by 9 at 38-29. Hannah McQuinn brings it up. Now to Robbins, crosses the timeline, over the top to McQuinn at the center circle. McQuinn, jumper on the way over the defense, no good. Long rebound to Jenkins. Jenkins with 30 seconds, gives to Hannah McQuinn. And her pass is taken away by Rogers. Caitlin Rogers across the timeline now holds up, gives to Hughes. Hughes, man, with a bunch of green jerseys in her jersey with 15. And now we're going to have a foul coming against Clinton Central. Macy Brown will walk to the line to shoot 2.
Whitcomb second. Double bonus for Macy.
17 seconds to play in the game. Rochester an opportunity here to push this one to 10.
Rule number 1 as an official, do not communicate with the crowd.
I think he was talking to the coach, but.
Oh.
First one is good for Macy. She'll have one more. Where is Macy's number tonight?
Macy is
this morning?
13 points. 14 points. This will be 15 when she puts it in.
39-29. Rochester up by 10 with 17 to play in the game.
11 first half. Oh, jinxed her.
Yes, you did.
Dang it.
I bet you talk about a no-hitter too, don't you? Davidson. Outside of Whitcomb. Adam McQuinn with 7. To Whitcomb with 4. McQuinn with 3. Jumper short. The rebound to Isbell, and that'll do it. Rochester wins the first game of the Rochester Glass Classic, 39-29. Post-game show next, 92.1 WROI.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by these local sponsors. Evans Agency in Rochester, offering farm liability, farm personal property, and farm outbuilding policies, all customized to fit your insurance needs. Let Judy help you protect all of your possessions. Online at evansagencyrochester.com. First Federal Savings Bank is your local mortgage lender with 6 locations throughout North Central Indiana. Trust the professionals at First Federal Savings Bank. Online at firstfederalbanking.com. Please support the local businesses that help us bring you this production.
All right, so that's going to wrap it up for game 1 of the Rochester Classic here for the morning. The Lady Z's get the big win here, 39-29 over Clinton Central. Going to have the Lady Jimmies from Jimtown High School taking on the Lady Panthers from Western. We're going to get that action to you here in about 20 minutes on RTC TV4. David Musselman's going to join me up here in the Crow's Nest. We're going to call that game for you. So we're going to take a break and get things switched over here on our website and all the stuff on the computer that we need to set and switch over. And we'll come back with the pregame here in just a moment here on RTC TV4. Thanks for watching game number 1. We'll be back here in just a moment for pregame for the game coming up between Jimtown and Western.